Hello, and a very good evening to all the judges. This is my presentation for the OpenWeaver Hackathon 2023. So, the main focus of this project was to enhance the e commerce industry. Even with the rising development of AI in today's world, e commerce is such an industry which hasn't really changed much. But that's about to change. Moving forward, let's see our agenda. I would start with a brief introduction of myself and the overall project, and then slowly move towards the actual application demo. Okay, so my name is Soham Datta. I was born and brought up in Kolkata. I did my schooling from South Point High School and I'm currently pursuing a BTech degree in VIT Chennai. I am also a part-time freelancer on Fiverr, helping clients all over the world with their software needs. Alright then, let's discuss our mission for this project. It's really simple. Most businesses today are still offline, and this is mainly because they lack the knowledge on how to set up an online store. On my screen, you can see some statistics as well. There's our clear sign that we need some tool which can make this process a lot easier. That's where our product comes in. We have broken down the main problem into 4 smaller sections. Let's try to address them one by one. On the top, we have the branding. The problem that most businesses face while starting out is to create a brand for themselves. But fear not, with our AI's image generation capabilities, you no longer need to hire a graphic designer. Moving on, we have the onboarding. With our easy-to-use interface, businesses can start selling in just a few clicks. Just add your products and leave the rest to us. Now, the most exhausting thing when we shop online is to find the right product. And that's where our third milestone comes in. Don't worry, with our AI's natural language processing, you can search using your local language to find the correct product. But is the product worth it with what I'm paying for? Well, say hello to our smart AI's sentiment analysis, which analyzes all the customer reviews and gives us an unbiased opinion. It also lists out the pros and cons of the products in a summary so that you no longer need to read the long and boring product description. Well, that's all that I've covered in this project. Since I was limited by the tools provided by the OpenWeaver Studio, I had to implement some of my own backend to make this project possible. I hope you judges like the following application demo. Thank you. Hello. So this is the application demo. Now, in front of you, you have the basic landing page of our platform. Now, since we already discussed the main 4 problems that we are going to address, so let's get started. Now, the first problem is the issue of branding. With our AI's image generation ability, we can actually create pretty good looking logos for our shops. So let's try it out. Create a logo for a coffee shop in vintage style. Now it would take some time to process this information and generate the logo. So let's wait. Alright, so the image generation is successful, and what we see in front of us, I would say, in my opinion, it looks quite good. Alright, so moving on, we have the onboarding experience. So in order for businesses to smoothly transition into the online phase, it's just using one click of a button. We just click on get started and in front of us we see a form for basic information regarding their business. Now, of course, it can be improved further in order to enhance the verification of these businesses, but again, it's just a prototype for now. So let's give it give our name. For this, I'm using Open Weaver. The phone number, let's just give a dummy one, 98761. Let's say open@weaver.com. Address line is 123 Sun Towers. Say this is Bakam, city is Chennai. This. We give our company a name, Open Source Company. The address line is alright. Now we choose the logo for our store. I don't really have a logo at this moment, but we can again use the logo that our AI generated for us. So I'll just use a random image for now. For the hackathon purpose, we couldn't store this image due to some sort of bug in the backend. I have already contacted the customer support regarding this, and as I've been informed, this feature doesn't really exist in the platform at the moment, but it's expecting to get released in the near future in version 2 probably. So moving on, we'll just provide a password. So let's set the password as open@weaver. Okay, and then we click on create shop. So once we click on create shop, I get a message saying shop created successfully, and I have the option to log in. Now once I click on login, now this part, I of course, due to the limitations from the studio point of view, I had to figure out my own solutions for it. But again, these are also very simple HTML integrations which can be integrated within the studio in the later versions, of course. So for login in, we will use our newly created shop. So if we move on to this, so this is basically the API that I have created for this hackathon especially. So it's currently running on my server, and I'm also using my own MySQL databases because there were some issues with the studio database for which I couldn't really add the various tables to it. But anyways, I found a hack around to it. So if I click on shops, you'll see we have the latest shop as OpenWeaver, the emails there, phones there, address, company, location, password, and as you can see, the password is stored in a secure and a hashed format. So overall, our app's pretty secure. So alright, so let's now log in. So if I remember correctly, the email that we used was open@weaver.com. So I'll just use this and paste it. Okay, it's not pasting anyways. Open@weaver.com, and the password was open@weaver. So let's see if the password. Okay, perfect. So I click on login, and now I get to see my beautiful dashboard. Now, of course, this dashboard is not all the functions in the dashboard are not currently developed yet due to the lack in time of the hackathon. Like in 48 hours, I couldn't achieve all the aspects of the project. But again, these are very easily integrated into this interface. Like, we can add our own products through this interface as well into our database, and so on and so forth. We can see the various analytics, the earnings, the sales. So, and for scope of improvement in our project itself, we can even use artificial intelligence to know what the users are saying about us, in what ways we can improve, which category is the best selling or performing of the month, and various other statistical data. Also, for many of the newly onboarded sellers, their products are not categorized in properly. So there was also AI generative AI tool within the studio in order to classify the products based on their categories and subcategories, and that's again a scope for improvement in the future. So moving on, this is the dashboard part of it, and this is where we move on from the seller side to the user's point of view. So moving on to the user's point of view, I'll just go back to my home. So let's give it a little time to load. Now, coming to the user's problems, we have the searching problem, that is how to find the best product available on the market. Now I click on products. Now this should list out all the products that are available in my shop right now. So I can search for products, right? So, and the most important part of it is I can search it using my local language. So I'm a Bengali from my mother tongue, so I'll try to write something in Bengali over here. So this, what I've essentially written over here is I want a notebook. So let's see if the AI can uh, get me my notebook. Okay, so yeah, so I see there the AI is not that uh, uh, efficient and accurate, but pretty much it is. So I can find my notebook in the top products itself. So it's a high quality notebook with other like description, the price, and the AI also recommended certain things that go along with the notebook, like the other stationery requirements like a pen set, pencils, like so on. So I would say that's pretty sick. So moving on, we have the reviews, whether a product is good or a product is bad. So let's go back to my home page and click on reviews. So the reviews, I have currently there is no system for the users to actually place an order and to give the reviews, but again, it's again for scope for improvement. So for testing purposes, I have actually added certain reviews for product IDs 1 and 2 in my database over here. I'll show you the database over here in the reviews part. So our AI will essentially do is I'll enter the product ID over here, and we will see what the people are saying about the particular product and whether it's good or bad based on a sentiment analysis performed by our AI. So let's enter product ID 1. We click on search, give it a little time to load. Perfect. So what we can see over here is impressed by the service, would buy again. These are the pros, and we also have the cons over here. These are pros, and not a fan, not what I was hoping for. These are the cons. Now, based on the sentiment analysis, this is again a bug that we had faced from the support. I have reported it to the support that it's currently coming as undefined, but if we inspect it as I was instructed to do, so I'll show you the exact response so that uh, we can see. I'll just do the search again. Execute with files. Response. Right. So okay. Over here, if we get the response, we actually see that our sentiment analysis is saying that the product seems to be pretty good based on the pros and the cons. Like, most people are saying yes, the product is good, as compared to the ones that are saying negative about the product. But for some reason or some bug in the studio, it is currently not getting displayed on this. But of course, from my like whatever was in my hand, I tried implementing it, but unfortunately, due to certain bugs, we couldn't get this to display this particular text. But again, everything's in development, so this can be fixed in later versions of it. So with this, I'll end the product demo. I hope uh, you guys liked the product. Thank you.